There is nothing worse than making decisions for your apparel business based on data that is wrong. Thinking that you're doing the right thing, thinking that you're making solid decisions, thinking that you have the right reports, and finding out that they're lying to you. So today, let's break that down and make sure that they're telling you the truth. The Business of Apparel podcast is your one-stop shop to learn how to launch, grow, and scale your apparel brand. I'm your host, Rachel Erickson. Now let's jump in. Welcome back to the Business of Apparel podcast, where today we're going to continue talking a little bit about your Shopify data. And if you missed our free Shopify workshop last week, where we helped you figure out how to clean up your Shopify data, what reports to actually pull once it's all cleaned up, how to read those reports, and then how to make decisions for your brand moving forward, we are going to be making it available to you as a masterclass. So you can still go to thebusinessofapparel.com/Shopify-workshop and get your hands on it. Now, this workshop is really going to help you understand what happens if your data is lying to you. And what does that mean? How can your data possibly be lying to you, right? I'm always out here saying that numbers don't lie. So how can that be possible? Well, if your numbers are incorrect because your data is set up poorly, your numbers will lie to you because they won't be the right numbers, right? It won't be set up in a way that will actually give you a clear picture of what your business is doing. So it is really, really important for you to set up some standards first. Number one, we want you to be putting in data into your e-com system, whether that's Shopify or any other one, in a standardized way. Now, why is that important? It's important because if you don't use a standardized system, a standard naming system, a standard numbering system, a standard SKU system, the system that you're in, your e-commerce platform, is going to read all of that data differently. So I think we've talked about this before, right? But if you put in one product 3 different ways, your report is going to spit it out as 3 different products. So if you've listed your black legging, your legging black, your legging in 3 different ways, but it's really all the same product, you're going to find that it's going to be nearly impossible to read your reports accurately. And why are reports important, right? So let's dig into that. Reports are important because if you can't understand what's happening with the sales of your company, you have no way of then moving forward into faster growth and profitability for your brand. You might just keep struggling doing what you think is right, not understanding what is actually going to move the needle. So when we pull reports from Shopify and we help our clients read it, we are looking for what are our highest unit drivers and what are our highest revenue drivers at the company. We're also really looking at what are our highest profit drivers, right? Revenue and profits are different. So let's say we're selling, 1,000 units of one thing. So that's how many units we're selling. That, thing we're selling for $10. So now my revenue is $10,000, but maybe my profit on it is only $2,000. Maybe I've been spending a lot of money on that in the way of marketing, in the way of product development, in the way of cost of goods. So if you aren't making a big profit, that's a whole other category to really look at and make sure that you're amplifying profit, because healthy margins and good profits are what help that wheel to turn for your business. If you don't have that wheel turning and you don't have profits coming in, you're going to need loans. You're going to need cash flow injections from some other place. And it's just going to continue to push you down that debt spiral. It's going to be really hard to come out of it. So we want you to read the reports accurately so that you can see which of your items are selling the most units, having the highest revenue, and having the highest profits. What does that do, right? If you can read that report and you can see those numbers across the board, especially if you have a product in there who's at the top of all 3 of those lists, now you really know what products are doing good stuff for your company. You know what products are your best performers in a variety of different ways. And when you have your best performers, those are the ones that your customers are raising their hands saying, I will spend money on this over and over again. I love this. This is what I'm coming to you for. This is what I want you to stand for. This is your minimum viable product. This is what we're going to make you famous for. put in the hours, you've mastered the fundamentals, and your brand is no longer a passion project. But somewhere along the way, the hustle that got you here started to feel like a trap. You're building a business, not just making clothes, and you're starting to wonder if you'll ever crack the code to consistent, profitable growth. What if I told you that industry's top brands aren't just working harder, they're working smarter, with a clear blueprint for everything from line planning to streamlining their supply chain? This is the insider knowledge that's typically kept behind closed doors, but now it's accessible to you. Introducing The Board, an annual membership designed to give you that strategic advantage. Led by a team with over 70 years of combined experience, we provide the honest, real talk mentorship you need to move from busy to truly successful. We'll show you how to focus on the small, consistent actions that lead to massive progress, helping you build a legacy without the burnout. It's time to stop second-guessing yourself and start building with purpose. Don't pay attention to the chaos. Pay attention to what actually matters. Join the board and unlock the proven systems that will transform your brand. Go to thebusinessofapparel.com to find the option that's right for you. I can't wait to see you in there. When you understand what those products are, number one, you can start adding more marketing dollars, more ad dollars to get that product out to more and more people. There's also a great use here for user-generated content, or UGC. You might be seeing that a lot these days. UGC is so important because it's not just you telling the world anymore that this product is great. It's your customers and your clients telling the world that this product is great, why they love it. And people eat that up these days. They want to know that it's not just the brand or the business or the company telling you why you should buy this item. It's other people, it's their peers, it's people who have tried the product, people who have paid for the product and are happy that they handed over their money. That is so impactful in today's market. So the more and more of that you can get out into the world by knowing which products to focus on in that area, now your profits skyrocket. Now your revenue skyrockets. Now your unit sales skyrocket because you know where to put that focus. The other thing that it does for you is it helps you make decisions on how to create new products for your brand. Let's say you had an item that was like really high at the top of your list in unit sales, revenue, and profit, but you don't have anything else like it in your line. Maybe there's nothing to outfit with it. Maybe it's the best-selling hoodie in your line, but you don't have a pair of leggings that goes with it. Now you can create a little mini collection. And now every time someone sells the hoodie, you can easily upsell the legging that goes with it. Now you've maybe doubled your unit sales, doubled your profits, and doubled your revenue. You can kind of see how this creates like perpetual growth, perpetual scalability when you can see the data and you can understand all of the back-end pieces that are happening inside of your company. The other piece of this is that you can figure out what your duds are. So at the very bottom of that list, you might have items that are actually eroding your revenue stream. They're eroding your profits, not your products. And they're not having that many high unit sales. So they're actually collecting dust in your warehouse somewhere, whether that's in your own office closet or whether that's at a 3PL or a separate warehouse. Those duds are items to either replace with something better or something to get out of the way. Like remove it from your line, drop it, kill it. If your customers don't want it, you shouldn't be spending your time on it. These are the really important things for you to be figuring out. And so if your data is lying to you, right? Let's start back at the beginning. If you don't have clean data and it's spitting out reports that are lying to you because it doesn't have the right information built in the system, you have no way of reading those reports and understanding what to properly do next. You're essentially running a scientific experiment incorrectly. You're running like this scientific experiment and it's spitting out data to you that's not right. So now you're making a hypothesis and you're making a guess and you're making decisions for your brand that aren't actually correct. And you're just going to continue to make mistakes with your brand. So if you don't take the time to clean this up and you don't take the time to take this seriously too, I get it, right? Like reports and Excel sheets and SKU numbers and style numbers and naming, it's boring as hell. I get it. This is the stuff that nobody wants to really talk about. We want to talk about photo shoots. We want to talk about runway shows. We want to talk about getting in magazines and having our stuff featured and what celebrity is wearing our stuff these days. But if you don't sit down and actually build the structure for your brand that is going to help it run smoothly, so that when you do get that piece on a celebrity, or it is featured in a magazine, or you do win an award for it, and all of a sudden droves of people are coming to your brand, if you don't have the structure built on the back end, it is going to create chaos and a mess for you. You might not even be able to fulfill all of those orders if you don't have the structure in place. So please, as the CEO of your brand, it sucks to have to wear so many hats, and it's hard to sit down and spend your time on building structure and SOPs, or standard operating procedures, getting your team to follow along with the boring, consistent stuff that they have to do every single day to make sales and to understand the reports and read the right numbers. But if you don't do it, you will not continue to be a company, especially a successful company, for very long. So if you're looking for a little bit more advice in this, if you're looking for the how-tos and the templates themselves, you can again go to thebusinessofapparel.com/Shopify-workshop. You can also go to thebusinessofapparel.com/masterclasses. And it will be listed in there for you too. If that, other hyperlink is a little bit too difficult to figure out, no worries. But we are going to be listing this for you. You can get your hands on it at any time now. So you don't have to show up live. You can jump straight in. We're putting the videos up. We're putting all of the templates up. It is yours. It's not free anymore. You are going to have to pay the VIP price because you will be getting lifetime access to it. But that's the price that you pay for not willing to come to it free, right? We all make choices. And if you're just finding out about it now, I apologize. We will be doing some additional free workshops this year. Our next one coming up is going to be in April. We're going to be financial planning for your business. We're going to help you plan to that first $1 million in your business, which is so exciting. But part of that is having the right data, right? You have to be able to have the right data to now plan for that $1 million. It all makes sense. It all comes up and goes in an order. So there is a lot of logic behind what we're doing here this year in 2026 at the Business of Apparel. We would really love for you to come to that event. It will be free. It will be another 3-day. There will be templates. There will be lots of great resources for you. There will be a lot of how-tos in that one as well. So you can sign up for that one if you go to thebusinessofapparel.com/events, and it will be at the top of the page. So we'd love to see you in there. Again, if you want to get your hands on the Shopify Masterclass, you can go to thebusinessofapparel.com and you will find it there. Thanks so much for being here with me today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We'd love to hear from you if you did. I'd love to hear from you if you didn't. Have a great week ahead, and I'll see you next week on the next episode of the Business of Apparel podcast. Thank you so much for listening to the Business of Apparel podcast. I would so appreciate hearing your thoughts on the show. And if you know someone who could benefit from it, please share it with them. My biggest desire is to help other apparel professionals understand the nuances of our industry so we can all work toward making better product for a better world. If you would like to connect further, I'd love to invite you to send me a message through my website, thebusinessofapparel.com, where I do weekly trainings through my YouTube video channel, a weekly newsletter, blog articles, and so many more resources to help you start and scale a profitable apparel brand. This podcast is produced by Box 7 Media, who I cannot speak highly enough of. If you're looking to start your own podcast, you can reach out to Jeremy at Box 7 Media on LinkedIn anytime.